What up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Film Bros podcast. I'm your host JP. This is my co-host Josh,
Hello.
and and back in a great way. We back with our first YouTube video. We got all our gear together. We got everything rocking. So yeah, we're gonna start making some more YouTube videos. We're gonna be putting our faces out there a little bit more, putting some clips, all that stuff. So if you guys have not yet followed or subscribed onto our YouTube, go ahead and do that. And if you guys just want to listen to a podcast, Josh, let them know where they can find the podcast.
Spotify and Apple Podcasts at FilmBros Podcast.
Yes, sir. But yeah, with that, we're here to bring you guys the film news for Monday and all the weekend. We didn't do any news for the weekend, but we're gonna bring it to you now. Whatever is the most important thing. First things first, I kind of just want to, it's another one of those heartbreak ones today. We lost a Ranger. We lost Jason David Frank at the age of 49. He was best known for playing Tommy Oliver in the original Power Rangers. So sad to lose. We lost two 90s icons this month, so it's kind of hard for us 90s babies and early 2000s babies. So
the November has been terrible. I don't even know if I'm up for Thanksgiving. We lost Kevin Conroy and now Jason. I mean, it's tough.
We can't be too man, I wish we could get him back.
It's tough because I mean even like just like Kevin Conroy was, Jason David Frank was like actively involved in the Power Rangers and stuff.
Yeah.
To this day.
Till this day, yeah. He did the new Power Rangers. He did a couple episodes of in different seasons or in different how like they always changed what are they called? The like Dino Thunder, and they went to the police and stuff.
He was green, he was white, he was red twice, and then he was Black Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they brought him back for one of the newer series, it was Samurai something, he came back as green, and then they had like a whole reunion with like all the previous like Power Ranger groups. It was a nice like little cameo and callback, I guess.
Yeah.
But like he was active, like he went to Comic-Con and he was there and he greeted fans and such. So I mean, it does kind of suck.
Yeah, he was very active, and he really did. Like, you could tell he loved his role, and he loved the part he played in our childhood and stuff like that. So RP Jason David Frank, and hopefully we can savor all the icons that are still alive.
For sure.
We just don't take them for granted. You never know when's the last day.
Exactly.
Moving on from that, so a big bombshell happened yesterday. You heard about it. An immediate switch up in the Disney factory. Bob Chapek out. Bob Iger back in. So Iger has had an extensive relationship with Disney. 15 years from 2005 to 2020, when his contract ended. He was a CEO for 15 years, man. 15 years. He bought Pixar. He bought Marvel. He bought Lucasfilm. My man took the credit card and went crazy. He wound up closing the 21st Century acquisition. So he put in a lot of work. Good to have him back. I feel like leadership was great. I do believe like we're gonna lose out on all that TVMA material, because Bob Iger was never a fan of that. He believed Disney should be kids and family orientated and stuff. So, but with Bob Chapek, so it's kind of weird. They say that he stepped down. It seems like it was a firing. But I'm gonna read this quote that the chairman of the board, Susan Arnold, said. She said, "We thank Bob Chapek for his service to Disney over his long career, including navigating the company through the unprecedented challenges of the pandemic." The board has concluded that as Disney embarks on an increasingly complex period of the industry transformation, Bob Iger is uniquely situated to lead the company through this pivotal period. So, let's just say he did step down. Let's say he just realized that, you know what, this job isn't for me. I mean, after signing a 3-year contract to extend his deal through 2025, but let's say he stepped down. Well, he was chairman of the park, so I'm assuming he's gonna probably get demoted back down to that. He invested over $24 million in parks. He, like I said, he was supposed to have a contract extension, did not see that one through, and he lost about $1.5 billion in the last 3 months alone.
Goddamn.
And a new rumor came out saying that he was the reason why Star Wars movies weren't coming. He's the reason why Star Wars movies weren't being produced. So, good riddance. With that last one. But so he's he first came in 2020. Okay, he's been around for a while. Things have been going his direction or Disney direction since he's been there? I gotta say no. I can't say that they have been going his way. So what do you think? Bob Iger coming back, Chepik out. What's up?
Man, I don't know. I never followed too much into the whole business side, I guess, because as long as they're pumping out entertainment, why would anyone care? I guess
they weren't pumping out Star Wars entertainment.
Oh well, I mean,
I care.
They were just not movies and stuff, but I mean, they were pumping out stuff. But I think with his recent comments about like how Disney isn't just for adults and stuff, or just for kids and things like that, might have been not okay with the board members. It looked like he was kind of bringing negative attention toward the end of his career with Disney.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of disagreeable stuff that people could say they didn't like about him. I'm like you, I don't really dabble in the business side, but it's interesting when shakeups like this happen because it just shows how, in my opinion, how bad of a job you were doing.
Yeah. And,
maybe not a lot of people seen it or cared for it, but come on, them saying that he resigned, come on, they're just trying to make him save face. The situation is more than likely he got booted. He got ejected. He wasn't doing the job like he was supposed to, and he bit the dust, right?
Yeah, either that or like it's another not Zaslav, but damn, what's his name? The dude that was kind of Hamada.
Oh, okay.
Another Hamada situation where Black Adam came out, they kind of were making his way out the door, and then he was just like, you know what, I quit then, instead of being fired, because I mean that kind of looks bad on his resume.
It does. So rather resign than go out like that, right? Exactly. I mean, on paper it says he resigned, but we all know.
We know in the boardroom. In the boardrooms, behind closed doors, they were like, "You're gone." The mouse was like, "You gotta go."
He was like, "You're done, pal. Pack your bags and get out.
You done goofed."
So yeah, I mean, a new era with Bob Iger's coming back. So, I mean, he put out a lot of bangers. He was a great person sitting in the chair for as long as he's had been sitting in the chair. So, he's gonna do good. I believe in him, and I think Disney probably made a good decision. I mean, Bob Chapek only had 2 years. Unfortunately, they basically kicked him before he can make anything even worse. So it's good. It's good that they had Iger on call. Like they were just like, damn, man. Hey, yo, can you come through and clean this all this stuff up, please, real quick? Come on.
They're like, you fumbled the bag too many times. Get the old man back in here.
Yeah, no, they were ready. They were ready.
Yeah, no.
But you mentioned Black Adam. I want to bring up Black Adam as well.
God damn it.
So I kind of feel like it flopping kind of changed The Rock a little bit. I don't know.
I don't think he changed. How do you change The Rock?
They finished their theatrical run. It's gonna be on digital tomorrow. Not making up a lot of movie anymore. They yeah, I think they capped off at 400 mil. Not the number they were looking for. Okay, they weren't looking for 400 mil. They were looking for even more than that. So Wakanda Forever passes 500 million. I think that's what basically made them change the tune. They were like, well, Wakanda Forever is winning. IGN wound up putting a post up and basically said, I got it right here too. Give me a second, pimp. It basically says, Black Panther Wakanda Forever has earned over 400 million at the global box office, making it the most profitable superhero film to be released this fall. Black Adam, which came out in October, has earned 353 million at the global box office. So they basically called out Black Adam, and right under that post he puts, what a neutral post. I love competing, but IGN, you guys are in the biz with us. There's no competition with the established global brand of Black Panther compared to Black Adam and JSA, who a year ago no one even heard of. No need to knock us. We're new babies and have to grow. So that what that tells me is that he lost. I mean, sorry. Look, he went from the hierarchy of power is going to change in the DCU to we're just babies and we need time to grow. I think, I mean, he's been silent ever since. I know he put up a video on Twitter where he congratulated the Black Panther team and even said that, you know, they didn't do too bad for their first movie, and or if they're even getting a sequel, we don't even know yet. But yeah, man, what do you think about The Rock and his little back and forth with IGN?
I don't know. It's so weird because you would think. Well, first off, I don't really enjoy that article either. Like, like you were reading the title, I was kind of like, why would you make such a comparison? You know what I mean? You don't. I've never read an article where they were like comparing Marvel movies to other movies like that.
They always do that.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
You cannot have a DC film.
No, I don't think so.
And not compare it to Marvel nowadays. It's not gonna not happen.
Not in that sense. If you're a journalistic place, you have to be unbiased.
Look, when the MCU is pulling ahead, okay, when the MCU is so far that way, and they and they are basically the standard to live up to, everything else is gonna be compared to Marvel. Now, if DC was in the run with it and they were, neck and neck or something, then it'd be a different story. It'd be a comparison, but it would be they would have to compare it to something else because that's too close together. DC, like how The Rock said, they're babies. The MCU's been running. They full grown. They got jobs. DC is still in the crib, bro. Hasn't even made it off the boob yet. We trying, DC trying to run, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah, to me, it sounds like The Rock is being a little sore loser.
That's not what we're talking about, though. Yeah, we can go back and forth and say, yeah, the DCU is just trying to get his legs up with James Gunn and things like that. But that article headline sounds ridiculous to me. And maybe The Rock is salty. I'm kind of salty too.
I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting more out of that movie. It sucks that it didn't come into fruition, but I mean, The Rock did what he could. I do blame the marketing team a little bit too. They didn't really pump out trailers and get people hyped for the movie, so maybe people that were
all the marketing went to Don't Worry Darling.
yeah, they only had limited money, so that could be a factor in why all this is happening too. Who knows? But yeah, the Rock is just, I don't know. It seems like his whole tune has changed from the hierarchy of power. So,
nah, man. You saw the little skit. He still believes in it.
But what do you guys think? Black Adam is gonna be out on digital tomorrow, and yeah, do you think The Rock is changing his tune, or do you think that he's gonna push on with the hierarchy of power?
He's gonna push on.
Yeah,
Black Adam too.
Let us know in the comments. Let us know. Speaking of DC, it sounds like Henry Cavill still doesn't have a deal as Superman. Apparently, the Superman movie is on hold as Peter and James create their 8 to 10 year plan, they're gonna be unveiling it. James Gunn kind of confirmed it on Twitter himself that they're gonna be unveiling it to the leadership at WBD in the next couple months. I think he said like 2. And he's also calling out scoopers on Twitter, saying that if anybody's out there claiming to know the future of DC or anything that may happen in DC, they're lying. Because the only 2 people that know of anything right now is him and Peter. And that's it.
He's talking about Grace, clearly.
I think he's talking about Sly or Sile or whatever his name is. The one that's peddling DC stuff on Twitter. It's weird. But yeah, probably Grace too. They've been having some beef, man. They have, but I feel like Grace beefs with everybody. It's weird. It's weird. Don't beef with us, Grace. We're not here for it. But yeah, so what do you think? Superman's on hold right now. Everything at DC is basically on hold. But it's good to know that things are moving and we're going to be getting something. We're going to be getting some kind of plan, something that they're going to actually put out there,
I don't know if it's on hold or not, man. I don't think so.
It has to be on hold.
Well, it has to be on hold because we got like 5 DC projects next year or so, and then. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna be long till we see Superman again.
No. I think they just say on hold, as in like, we're not gonna produce this movie until we know what direction is going in. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna we're not gonna be like, oh, start making the costumes, and then he's gonna be like, well, we're not gonna use these costumes because we're going a different direction.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? So, I think it's good that they're. Like everything's on hold for now, that they're only focusing on the DC movies that they have as of now, and that they're eventually gonna unroll that and just start building brick by brick, you know what I mean? Just start slowly and build their way up, because as James said, he's gonna start with kind of the MCU route, start with solo movies, build their way up to the top and ride that.
I guess, I mean, I hope soon, man. I wish they didn't cancel the DC fandom. I wish they would have just pushed it back. I know it's probably too late for that because, I mean, it's going to be January when they unveil this stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, they could have pushed it back and been like, yeah, here, we'll unveil it. Because when they fully canceled it, I mean, they were writing off The Flash and things like that.
Well, to be honest, the DC fandom, that was only created for pandemic purposes. That was only created as a virtual thing for the pandemic.
No, it's like D23. It's made to like unveil new stuff, but just DC stuff.
Yeah, but when did it come out? When did it start?
I think the first one happened 2020.
Yeah, during the pandemic, because they couldn't do Comic-Con or anything like that. So
well, yeah, that's not a problem.
They made they should have kept it. They should have. I feel like they should have kept it. But that whole virtual, to pump out things that they wanted to show off and everything like that was made because of the pandemic. So if the pandemic's over and they could just unveil it with everything else, like with Comic-Con and I do think that they should have their own D23. The DC fandom would have been the perfect keep it going D23, but they completely canceled it this year. They didn't have anything to show the previous year because it was all the same stuff that they were showed in 2020. So I mean, there's no point in pumping money in a DC fandom if there ain't nothing to show,
Yeah, I don't know. I just wish they bring it back or something, so that way they do unveil it. It doesn't have to be at Comic-Con. We don't have to wait till San Diego or New York for it to happen.
It'd be nice. But yeah, so we're just gonna have to wait on what James Gunn and Peter Safran say on the future of DC.
I hope they do good.
Yeah, I think they might do good. I mean, if they're taking this time to step back and just focus on this, it shows that they're putting the care and the attention towards to making the movies. We got a few good things happening at Marvel and a couple, depending on how you look at it. So we'll start with the kind of like the bad. It's not just Marvel, but I'm sure it's gonna be a few movies as well. Well, Chris Hemsworth says that he's taking a break from acting after the revelation that he wound up finding the Alzheimer gene within his DNA while on the show of Limitless.
Yeah.
It it sucks. And then right before that news broke, he was saying that he believes that his run as Thor has come to an end. That he's at the point where, you know, either he's gonna die a hero or, you know, just that his arc is over. I don't know if that's because of the poor reception of Thor: Love and Thunder, mixed with the new revelation that he has to live with nowadays or now, knowing of the whole Alzheimer gene. But Thor is something that he personally put a name in, saying that that's something he's gonna have to see about. What do you think?
That would make sense. I mean, I it was risky as fuck doing Thor 4. Fuck that movie, but I think it's smart that he's taking a break with his with this new news that he has, which is great because I mean I understand if you liked Thor and stuff that you would. It's a bummer for sure, but it's better that he take time to understand what's going on and see if it's actually something that's gonna develop or if it's nothing, and then if he comes back to Thor, he comes back to Thor. But right now it's smart seeing how everything kind of all the hand that's been dealt pretty much.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It would suck to have him with not as Thor, but in my opinion, I thought he was gonna, you know, get retired during Endgame as well. It's cool that he still loves the character and still wants to play him. I think they are doing him dirty on screen with, you know, the release of Thor: Love and Thunder and all that. So, you know, maybe it might be good for him to try to at least do one more movie and make sure it's a good one, and then just go out while on top. I don't. It's good that he's taking the break, though. I think it's
exactly,
good.
Yeah.
I think it's good that he's taking a break. Think about it before he, you know, makes a decision. Don't make any hasty decisions, especially when you learn something new about, you know, your health. I've never had to deal with this, but I'm sure it's a shocking thing, and to think in the future that, you know, you might have to deal with that disease. You know, I'm pretty sure it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to deal with. So
yeah.
Hopefully he takes the much needed break that he needs. Come back refreshed if he does feel like coming back, or, you know, maybe he might have a moment of clarity and, you know, change his course in life and do something different. Who knows?
I know it's weird because again, if you liked him as Thor, I'm sorry that that's not happening, or if he's gonna be in any other roles anytime soon. I don't think so. But it's just better that he take his break, find out what he's gonna do with this news, and if he pushes forward, he pushes forward. Because I mean, look at, I hate to say it, but look at Bruce Willis and his conditions and how he gets angry and stuff, even though he's an older gentleman.
Yeah, but he pushed through. He tried making hella movies before he had to stop. So he pushed way through. Like, he wanted to make the bag to make sure that, you know, his children were gonna be straight. You know.
You know, and I understand that, and like, congrats to him. But like, again, it just makes sense to know when to stop, pretty much, before it starts affecting your work, I think.
Yeah, that's true. So, you know, hopefully he takes that break and, you know, comes back cool. If he doesn't come back, I understand, but, you know, it'd be nice to see a little bit more Thor. Chris Hemsworth is a powerhouse actor. I loved him in that new movie Extraction too.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking forward to that one. So, I mean, it's still going to come out, but, you know, we'll see what happens with it. Now there's a new rumor going around that the Thunderbolts are looking for an evil Superman type of villain.
God, man.
And that's the exact description that was put out there. So, you know, I'm not sure why they put it like that, but an evil Superman description. And they're saying Sentry might be the one.
Yeah.
I've heard of him. When I heard about it, I kind of looked into him. I don't know too much about him. I'm not a big comic person. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But I'm a movie person. And it seems like they're going to be putting up a powerful person against... I mean, if they had like Abomination or the Hulk or somebody stronger, I feel like they'd stand a chance. But it seems like
this is where my theory comes in, man. Because they were thinking it was gonna be Hyperion or Sentry, and they're not the same person, but they are Superman ripoffs. Sentry is The best way I can put it, he does some badass shit in the comics, and the only one that can stand up to him, other than like obviously Thor and stuff, is Hulk. Like they fought till a standstill. Like Bruce Banner literally reverted back to Bruce. You know what I mean? After the end of the fight.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
in the comics.
Yeah. So we're not probably gonna not see Bruce, and I don't think we're seeing She-Hulk, but I do think we will see Red Hulk. I hope, because he's the only one that I think that they'll bring out as like a last like surprise ensemble piece. Like they're not gonna tell you it's happening, but I mean Thunderbolt Ross.
I mean, if they're recasting Thunderbolt Ross and putting Harrison Ford there, I'm sure they're gonna do something like that. In that capacity.
I hope,
and they don't need him to be in the mocap suit either.
Exactly.
So.
Like I hope they do well and they do bring out a Hulk, because that Red Hulk versus Sentry would be a dope ass fight scene. I think that would redeem a lot of my issues with the casting in movies already. The movie already.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it might be a good one. I haven't read that comic, but I did see that he is basically like a Superman ripoff.
Yeah.
And I was seeing that they need some heavy hitters that they don't have on the team. So
man, I just hate the stupid. I'm tired of evil Superman trope already, man. I can't.
Why? What's wrong with that? I kind of like it. I like
it's been taken.
I like being able to see the different variations. You know, like in Brightburn and in Invincible, and they've done it in a couple other movies. But it's good to see how they handle a being. You know, because it could happen. Superman, I mean, in the Injustice comic too.
Well, yeah,
you
that's
know,
where it started.
It's good to see that, you know, that other side. You know, yeah, we have somebody that can protect us, but what about when all that power goes to somebody's head? It's always good to see, because it shows you to be cautious, because anything can corrupt. You know, anything could be corrupted. Even the most powerful person on the earth that wants to be the most gracious person can be corrupted.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I'm just tired of seeing this.
I don't know. We get some cool ass action out of evil Superman. I tell you,
like
Omni-Man, bro, and Invincible.
Yeah,
putting his boy's head through a train.
I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm just saying I'm tired of seeing it.
If you're tired, then it ain't cool.
No.
You tired?
Yes.
Then it ain't cool for you.
It is cool.
Don't watch it.
No, it's fine.
If I see you consuming that media, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out what happened to being tired.
Hey, leave me alone. Okay? I'm tired of seeing it. Give me someone else. They could have literally went with any other villain, and they're choosing Sentry, quote unquote choosing Sentry.
I mean, I think it'd be cool. I mean, it seems like it's gonna be a kick-ass movie. Like I said, it's just a cast, man. It's just the lineup for the Thunderbolts. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be.
I saw that they're looking for like a Skarsgård or what's the dude from Ryan Gosling type.
Oh yeah. I read that too. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, it looked like Sentry's kind of like a pretty boy in the comics.
I guess so. It wouldn't be too bad if they go with the Skarsgård brother. That would be a fine pick, I think.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård.
No, the other one, his brother.
Oh, his brother, the one that's in Andor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see that too. Yeah, you know, whatever direction they pick, I still feel like they're outmatched unless they have some kind of Hulk. It might be a surprise reveal when it comes out in the movie.
I imagine it is. I hope so.
So we'll see what happens with that. We'll keep tabs and we'll
hear me, Marvel.
Yeah,
keep that shit under wraps. Don't reveal it in no trailers.
Bro, leaks happen all the time now. It's not even gonna
leakers. Shut the fuck up on this one.
Yeah, and we also got a new photo from Empire Magazine about Ant-Man and Kang.
Oh yeah.
That shit looks fucking dope, bro. Fucking Kang's suit looks clean as fuck. He looks scary. He looks like evil, menacing, and Ant-Man is just right there like, I'm Paul Rudd. So I mean, and I like his suit.
Kang suit.
Not just Kang suit, but Scott's suit too. Like it looks like they did a little upgrade from the previous movies, and I'm actually digging it.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of that they keep changing the suits. I know it's probably for toys and stuff, but I'm not a fan of it. I like the first Ant-Man suit. I think that one was fine, and then they kind of over designed it in the second one, and then in this one it looks kind of
It
weird.
seems a little bit more subtle, and it works. I actually like this one. Like out of all 3 movies, I would say this one's probably my favorite. Just looking at it from the pictures, it looks pretty cool. I'm down for it. Kang looks vicious, bro. Vicious. He's gonna be a goddamn.
He's a menace. He's a fucking menace, bro. If he's given the same performance that he did when we saw him in Loki, bro, he's a menace. He's gonna be a menace.
Bro, it's gonna be even worse because this one's gonna be evil.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be bad. This one's gonna want to take over everything and just handle everybody. It's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a fucking menace.
If the movie does bad, we know he's probably gonna end up carrying it. You know what I mean? It's inevitable.
Yeah, he's
a fucking menace.
It's a good picture, and it shows kind of like how the rivalry is gonna go within the movie. So, I mean, if y'all haven't seen it, go look it up. We'll probably put it right here somewhere. So don't worry about it. And then we're also getting a lot more pictures for Indy 5. We're also hearing that they're going to be de-aging Harrison Ford back to the OG trilogy of the Indy series in the beginning of the movie. I don't think it's going to be the whole movie.
Yeah, no, it's just the beginning.
So what you think about that? I don't know. You saw the photos?
I didn't see the photos. I saw the article. It pisses me off.
Oh.
Because I don't know what it is. I don't know why he loves this character so much, man. It's so weird. Like I can understand if you're an Indiana Jones fan, you'll be like, yeah, okay, like this is great. But I mean, he talks all this shit about Star Wars and stuff, but like as soon as I know as soon as Indiana Jones is like, yeah, we'll CGI the fuck out of you to make you look young, he's like, all right, I'm on board. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I find it kind of hypocritical almost.
Well, Harrison Ford is kind of candid with everything. If he thinks something's shit, he's gonna say it's shit. If he thinks something's good, he's gonna say it's good. I feel like if anybody will give you a good indication of like where things are, he will let you know. If he doesn't like it, he's not gonna talk about it or anything like that. He's just gonna let the movie come out and that's it. So he's speaking highly about this one, and he says that he really likes it. He even said that the de-aging was pretty cool. So it sounds like they probably have a hit on their hands with this one from what Harrison Ford's saying. I believe Harrison Ford. Like I said, he is super blunt. He does not care. Like, he will tell you if he hates it, he hates it. He'll eat your dinner and be like, it's dry. Don't want it. And he'll fucking throw it in your face. He don't care.
Yeah, no. I don't know. It's weird. Good for him, I guess. If you're a fan of Indiana Jones and stuff, you get to see a young Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like Indiana Jones. Even the Crystal Skull movie, okay? I don't care what anybody has to say. All right, I enjoyed it. It was good. I don't care.
You know what is coming for that movie, man?
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Relax.
but it was a debate before. It was.
I'm probably too young to remember that. Yeah. I don't know.
It was good. Okay. Don't come on my neck.
Relax.
Don't come on my neck.
No one.
Don't come on my neck. Don't come on my neck.
No one's coming for your neck.
I felt you by my neck. Yeah, and then on the next topic, we also have Jan Demanji will now direct Blade. I hope I'm not butchering his name. We got a new director for Blade. Okay, doesn't have a lot of credits, but he did co-write and he did do the first episode for Lovecraft Country. I mean, it only had one season, but it was a good season, good show. I don't know why they canceled it. They're crazy. They're smoking crack for that one. And Michael Starberry is making a new script because apparently the last script was only 90 pages and it was very lackluster. So they're gonna fix that. Got a director, got a writer down now. Blade movie is back on track, baby, and we're gonna be getting it pretty soon. What do you think? You excited? What do you think about this new revelation?
Finally, man, because again, we've been talking about this movie forever. It's been in our news and stuff. Go check out our other episodes and podcasts. But like we've been talking about it, and now after they kicked out what's his name, saw that his last script was ass, they were just like, all right, well, now we got to get a new guy. And I'm so glad we got new people. Hopefully they do better and don't give us shit and don't get fired, because that would suck. Again, like, just do better. I hope with the director, this dude, he makes it a little darker and Marvel allows him to.
Yeah, I mean, this movie's supposed to be R-rated.
Isn't?
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, I was hearing.
I remember that.
Deadpool will pave the way to R-rated movies, and they are gonna more than likely make Blade R-rated. They can't not do that, because if they do not do an R-rated, the fans are gonna fucking shit the bed, bro.
Yeah,
everybody's gonna go crazy. So I mean, R rating. We're back on track. We got a director. We got a writer. Give me Blade movie, bro. Yeah. I need it.
Blade.
Come on, Marvel.
Blade and Fantastic Four. Hurry the fuck up.
It's not my fault they got some weirdo writing a 90-page script the first time around. They should have been in production by now. We're also... Today marks the first day that Andor Season 2 has started filming.
Yeah. Woo.
Let's fucking go, mate. It's gonna be great. Hopefully you guys watch
with that accent.
What?
I wasn't vibing with that accent. Never do it again.
I'm not vibing with your accent.
I don't have one.
You do.
No.
Very country.
What?
Let us know down in the comments if he has a country accent.
It's not country.
It's country. Yeah, man. It's the first day. We're getting the season finale this week on Wednesday. We will be coming out with our review that Thursday or Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah,
that night.
sometime around there.
Yeah, so go watch the finale. If you guys haven't seen Andor yet, go watch Andor. Okay, it's a good show. You've heard us brag about it in other episodes. Exactly. If you guys want to go watch those episodes, go ahead and go click those.
We even did a mid-season review. Go check that shit out,
check
man.
It out, bro. It's there.
Links in the description. I promise.
Andor is a good show. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and go watch it. It's the season finale tomorrow. Go binge it. Watch the new the finale tomorrow, or not tomorrow. It's Monday, Wednesday, and yeah, come chat with us, mate. Give us your insight, your thoughts.
It's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
They were setting up so much shit in the last episode, so this last one has to be good. And season 2 is right around the corner also. So, I mean...
Yep. If they're already starting to film it, that means it's going to be coming out soon. So, go watch Andor. Go watch Andor. We need another season. We need at least 5 seasons. No, not 5. But maybe like the 3 that they were planning. So, let's get Andor up there.
Yeah.
We're also... Whoa. Did I miss something? No. So... Now, I'm also hearing too, before we get to the big Tarantino thing, because you guys will hear about Tarantino in a minute. He's been in the news.
He's always in the news now.
All the time. Dreamville is executive producing Creed 3's album.
Dreamville. That's J. Cole, right?
That's my boy J. Cole.
Yeah.
Dreamville, bro. That's JID.
Yeah.
All them. So. Executive producing Creed 3 soundtrack.
Nice.
Bro, this soundtrack, if not gonna be better, on par with Wakanda Forever's, because when Kendrick Lamar made Wakanda not Forever, the first Wakanda, the first Black Panther movie, it was with TDE and them, and they worked with Dreamville. So Dreamville is gonna put up a good soundtrack. They got caliber of rappers over there.
You know, hopefully it does really well. Jesus.
Would.
The second movie was done by Mike Will Made It and them. So,
was that one a banger? Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You need to see the movie. It was that album is pretty good. The soundtrack's really good.
Was the first movie soundtrack good?
I don't remember the soundtrack to the first one very well.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so Dreamville is gonna be executive producing, so that's gonna be good. I'm a sucker for music too, so I'm really happy that they're getting a good. If anything, that will kind of lead me to want to watch the movie even more.
Yeah.
Just so I can hear their music.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Okay, so now we're gonna get to the big gamooch, the pasta. We got Quentin Tarantino in interviews again, saying that critics are respond to his use of violence and the N-word within his movies, he basically said you should see something else. That if you have a problem with this movie, the movie's not for you. So see, he has a point, and I can't get mad at him because he does have a point. But if people don't like your movie, you don't just be like, hey, don't watch my movie. Or, I mean, okay, yeah, you say don't watch my movie, but then you try to make a product that would bring more people into it and not just be like, you know what? I don't care what you say, fuck off. Okay? I'm going to do whatever the fuck I feel regardless. I mean, maybe he has that status. Maybe he's at a point in his career where he doesn't care and he can say whatever he wants, and maybe he's right. If you don't want to watch it, it's not for you. I'm still gonna make a bunch of money. But then he goes on tangents and says stuff about superhero movies when he misses out on money because the superhero movie beats him. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't know. It seems to me like I like him. I like his movies, but he just seems to it just seems like the crabby old man that just is mad at everybody else, and he just wants to make things the way he wants to make it.
Yeah, no, it's dumb. It makes no sense because, like you said, he'll say all this shit and be like, I'm gonna make whatever the fuck I want. Don't watch it if you don't like it. But then when we do that, and he's get beats out by a Marvel movie or superhero movie, whatever, he complains. And
it's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem all of a sudden. But you told us not to watch your movie because we don't want to see the N-word and all that violence, bro. So, like, make up your mind. You know what I mean? If you're making a product and people aren't responding too well, maybe it's time to get with the program and be like, hey, don't make a superhero movie because you don't have to, obviously, but be like, hey, maybe I should tone down on my N-word usage and violence.
Yeah,
make people want to go see a movie.
I mean, don't get me wrong, because a lot of people use that stuff. I mean, violence is violence, bro. Action movies have violence. Action is violence.
Well, yeah.
So, like, I don't understand that part. Maybe he gets a little bit crazy with it, Kill Bill. All
yeah,
that,
he's always done a little extreme with it.
Though. And it's cool. I like it. I mean, it's a good thing to do. I don't see a problem with the violence. The N-word, I mean, now it would be a pattern if he did it in every movie. I don't see him doing it in every movie. There is a couple of them where he did use those words, but I mean, if it's for the movie, it's for the time, it's for the era, I understand. But he doesn't do it in every single movie either. So I mean, I can kind of see where the context is probably getting taken out, and he's saying for those specific movies. If you don't like those specific movies where those things are going to be said and maybe violence is too much for you, then don't watch it. But he does have other movies where those things aren't happening. So, you know what I mean? So I can kind of see where he's coming from, where context is being removed and probably, you know what I mean? Being inserted there.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, if you, like, analyze it and stuff, you're going to see the patterns and get what he means. But, like, again, if people aren't going to see your product because either A, you're using too much of the N-word, or you have extreme violence to where you're seeing shit people don't want to see, you should be like, hey, okay, reevaluate your steps and writing and stuff and be like, people don't like this. They've probably grown out of hearing people say the N-word and stuff, which, again, if it's a period piece, I'd imagine Hateful Eight. That makes sense. That the new, like, if you're going that route, it makes sense. I don't even
Django.
Yeah, I can't remember if Leonardo DiCaprio got in trouble or with the media for saying his lines.
It was a little bit. But a lot of people understood why he did it in the movie, but they were kind of. I think at one point in the behind the scenes interview, he was saying that he didn't feel right for the longest saying it, and then Jamie Foxx basically was like, bro, just go in there, look at me, don't look at me like I'm your friend, I'm property or something. Like, he literally told them to do that, and then from then on, I don't know if he just started
He just started dropping
He just started dropping it like normal, and Jamie Foxx was like, "Whoa, wait, like this, like is it too far? Is it for the movie? Like what the hell?" So
he said cut a long time ago.
Yeah, dude, the movie's been wrapped up for 3 weeks already. Why are you still doing this? So it's good when it's used for the movie and how you said a period piece and stuff like that. But yeah, if it's something like this movie's made in 2020 and some random dude goes and uses it, but I mean, if he gets beat up in the street for it or something and there's some kind of consequences, it's not like, he's just putting it in his movies just to put him in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but again, if he has if people have such a big problem with him using it or too much violence, sure, you could be like, don't watch it, but then you're missing out on money and audience members.
Yeah.
Because, of the shit you're doing.
Yeah. Like I said, to me, old man doesn't know how to pick his words. He's already at the point where he knows that he's not a lot of stuff's going to happen to him. So he's going to say whatever he wants, going to do whatever he wants. And, kind of just know that, money's still going to roll in regardless. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I get that. Damn you, Tarantino. Stay out of the news, man.
But what do you guys think out there? Do you think Tarantino is going too far? I mean, I know that he's been in. Actually, we've talked about him in a few of our podcasts in the last couple weeks. It's been like
every other weekend.
So it's he's been kind of going on these interviews and saying these things. I mean, he's not. I don't feel like he's going too far. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think he should cater to a different demographic, to those people? At least. Put their minds at ease and at least say it in a different way, like, I'm sorry if you guys don't like this or something. But he's very blunt, he's very straightforward, and he's basically saying, hey, if you don't like it, get out, bro, go watch something else. So what do you guys think? Too far? Not too far? Let us know in the comments on YouTube. Yeah. With that, it's gonna be the end of the news today. Okay, thank you guys for joining us on our first ever YouTube video. We're actually gonna this is our first ones. Like The Rock says, we're just babies. Okay? We're gonna... you can't compare us to these big juggernauts. Okay? So, we're gonna do our best for y'all. Make sure that we put out 100%, put on 100% in our videos. And, if you guys don't know, Josh, let them know where they can find us.
We're on Twitter. We're on TikTok at FilmBros Podcast. Links will be in the description. And if you want to catch our other episodes, all of them are on YouTube, which... if you're watching this now, you can find them. Mm-hmm. And we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, so be sure to go follow, subscribe, share, like, comment, do all those things. Interact with us. We want to know what you guys think. If there's anything that we missed on this news that you want us to talk about, go ahead and let us know there. If there's any movies that you want us to speak on and review for you guys, go ahead and leave us a comment. Go ahead and message us. Go ahead and tweet us at FilmBros Podcast on Twitter as well.
Exactly.
With that being said, hope you guys have a good rest of your time. And hey, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Talk to you guys later.